grateful, thankful, appreciative, and gratitude. Yeah. Happy 8-8, everybody. Matter of fact, happy 8-8-8. Because it's 8-8 and 2024 is 8. Happy 8-8-8. 3 times the frequency. You hear me? Stillness in abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness in abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness in abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. The concrete, you hear me? I hope everybody's feeling good for no reason at all. Radiating, operating, vibrating, emanating in the highest spirit, in the highest consciousness, in the highest mind, in the highest frequency, and in the highest energy of the best version of yourself. You hear me? I know it ain't easy every day, and each day hold its own battles, you know, or as they say, same shit, different day. And I don't mean that from an externally place, you hear me? And if you're experiencing same shit, different day from an external place, then ain't it about time something to change? Ain't it about time for a change? Cause your life don't change if you don't, you know. But I meant that from whatever reason I had to say that. Somebody must need to hear it, but I meant that from an internal place, you know. For those of us who are conscious of the fact that we are spirit beings, meaning energetic beings first, and physical beings secondary, you know, we know that from a place of frequency, from a place of vibration, it's a whole nother living experience than the people who just get up every day, you know, brush their teeth, wash their face, go to work. Get up every day, brush their teeth, wash their face, go to work. Get up every day, brush their teeth, wash their face, go to work. And bathe in the process. I just made it short. You hear me? And that was some humor. But it's a whole different living experience, you know. So it's a lot of reasons. And it's way more analogies that can be shared, you know, to expound on the things that I'm building on. But from an internal place, from an internal space, from a awareness of consciousness, that we always have to be mindful of what our mind is doing. Because if we're always conscious of what our mind is doing, if we're always aware of what our mind is doing, then we're conscious of what we're thinking. If we're conscious of what we're thinking, then we're conscious of what we're feeling. And if we're conscious of what we're feeling, we're conscious of what we're vibrating. If we're conscious of what we're vibrating, we're conscious of what type of frequency, what type of signal we are sending out. And these things is important, you know. And we don't learn, and most of us, you know, we don't learn these things growing up, you know, unless you learn these things growing up. But most of us have learned these things, you know, in this Aquarius age of consciousness, spiritual consciousness, otherwise known as, you know, woke. And it's all good. However you get there, however I get there, however we get there, you know, it don't matter how we get there, as long as we get there. You hear me? every day, every opportunity, every moment is a moment and an opportunity to be something better than you was in the previous moment of an opportunity that you had. You hear me? So growth is always a good thing, and being an oddball ain't such a bad thing. You don't listen, you're gonna miss it. But I repeat it, growth is always a good thing. Growth is always a good thing. I'm glad to repeat it again. And I can see why, because especially when you're the only one. You're the only one, you know, trying to do better than you've been doing. If you're the only one trying to be better than you've been being, and you still affiliated with people who okay with continuing to do how they've been doing, who okay with continuing to be how they've been being, then you're gonna feel the contrast in that energy. You're gonna feel the opposition in that energy. You're gonna notice behaviors in that energy. You're gonna start to hear things different in that energy. You're gonna start to see people different in that energy, because you're making changes, because you're making growth, because you're making improvement through mental shifts, through elimination of self-doubt and beliefs, through practicing meditation, prayer, affirmations, yoga, whatever it is that you do, self-improvement techniques, you know, positivity, feeling good for no reason at all. Because for some people, that's all they need. Just something to use as a totem. That also in that totem engulfs anything and everything that we can imagine or desire. Feeling good for no reason at all will get you there. Feeling good for no reason at all will get you there. That's one of the greatest keys to self-mastery. Feeling good for no reason at all. That means regardless of what happened, regardless of what show up, you see, you're gonna feel, you gotta discipline yourself to feel good about it, because of the lesson that anything happens to teach us. See, we get so caught up in some of the experiences that we have, especially when they're not favorable, especially when they're not good, you know, especially when they unwanted. We get so much caught up in the experiences they have, death of loved ones, so forth and so on. And we miss the whole purpose of having experienced the experience in the first place. We miss the lesson, you know. So in a lot of ways, the loops be continued. The generational loops, the generational curses, whatever you know it as, they get continued from generation to generation because of the lessons that haven't been learned through the same traits, through the same characteristics, through the same attitudinal tendencies, through the same impulse behaviors, through the same reactions that just been passed on and passed down and being passed forward. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. You see, but it's time for the bullshit to play out. In order for the bullshit to play out, somebody has to recognize it. Somebody has to recognize it. That's one step. The second part is the second part is somebody has to accept it after it has been recognized. That's the second part. The third part is somebody has to heal it after it has been recognized and you've been through we have been through the necessary stages to accept it. Then we work on healing it. Once you have healed it, then you're ready to speak to it. You're ready to talk to it. You're ready to talk about it. See, cause healed people can't talk. Unhealed people can't talk about their wounds. Only healed people can. I say it again. Unhealed people can't talk about their wounds. Only healed people can. Unhealed people can talk about their wounds, but it ain't gonna be nothing helpful from it. It's gonna sound like a complaint. And it's a lot of complaining people populating the planet Earth, keeping that same type of energy alive, instead of recognizing, what it is that's supposed to be learned from the things that's being complained about. Even I had to distance myself to not find no complaints in nothing. And I try to grow from every situation that happens, even the good ones, because we don't pay enough attention to the lessons and good experiences, because we so caught up in most times in good experiences, having a good time. So we miss the lesson. And unfortunately, when we learn the lesson that we're supposed to call in a good time, is any event that the people, the places, and the things that was part of the good time is not in our life no more. See, so it's time to stop the bullshit. It's time to cut the bullshit out. It's time to grow up. It's time to mature on a whole lot of levels. You hear me? Or keep going through the same loop. That's what 888 is all about. Abundance. Abundance has a lot of forms. It's not just about money. It's not just about wealth. It's not just about riches. And it ain't nothing wrong with some money. Ain't nothing wrong with some wealth. And it ain't nothing wrong with some riches. May we all get our money up. You hear me? May we all get some paper. You hear me? Yeah. Some money on. Whatever you know it as. You hear me? And get it while it's good. You hear me? Cause we ain't got forever. But yeah. It's time to get our shit together. It's time to get yourself together. Just like it's time for me to get myself together. You hear me? Yeah. I just came through to say a few things, No matter what I see, no matter what I feel, no matter what I think, no matter what I experience, no matter what I share, I'm just like you. I just do it in my way. And my way ain't for everybody, but for those of you who my way is for, it's gonna resonate with you. I don't have to convince you for you to know that. You hear me? I walk through the valley of the shadow of myself too, and it's reflected in each and every one of us. You hear me? Yeah. But it's just by knowing that, being mindful of that, being aware of that, is what allows me to continue to build. It's what allows me to continue to grow. It's what allows me to continue to mature. And it's what allows me to continue to have control over how I will respond to what appears. We do have that choice, you hear me? We get to pick and choose. So that means that I had to learn how to learn. You don't listen, you're gonna miss it. I had to learn how to learn to grow and mature. And so with each and every one of you who come across this message, you hear me? I'm just a mirror. And if I'm not a mirror, I'm just a reflection. Feel free to comment. Let me know what you think. You hear me? But it's been an honor being here. It's an honor being me. I appreciate the family and soul tribe, cosmic consciousness family and soul tribe. I appreciate the new subscribers. I appreciate the peekaboos and passerbys. Thank you, one and all. Thank you all. You hear me? Thank you all. Feel good for no reason. Damn, I'm studying all of a sudden. I don't even think we're still in the Mercury retrograde, but I'm studying for all of a sudden. Feel good for no reason at all. They take you to do that. You hear me? Not everybody good people, but it's still good people on the planet. You hear me? There's still good people here. And learn to recognize that difference, you know, because there is one, and I had to learn the difference too. I love y'all. My name is Sawu. Peace, family. Yeah.